All right. Welcome to Red Solo. Let's jump right into this. Now, I know I said last episode we would get into this Mark Sanchez debacle. We won't spend too much time on it. Still ongoing, I guess. All right, so let's start off from the beginning. He's in the hospital. Everybody's giving him flowers and saying, "Oh, great God, can't believe someone would do this." You got pundits on social media talking about, shit, we got to get down on crime and everything under the hood. You got pictures of him giving the thumbs up. It's all good. And then boom, come to find out, dude's been doing wind sprints in the middle of an alley. Ran up on somebody and gets stabbed inside of their not just run up on somebody, run into their vehicle. A 69-year-old man. You just ran into his vehicle. Not like running into it. No. Proceeded to get inside of said vehicle. And I quote said this. What are you going to do? Stab me? Well, yes. Which is exactly what happened. Oh, oh, I'm forgetting. Yeah, and he was pepper sprayed beforehand. So you telling me you get in somebody's vehicle who was supposedly getting grease from outside of the restaurant because that's his side hustle. So at this point, he's messing with the working man. So I guess I should rearrange that story. Okay, so the old guy, he's out there getting the grease like he does. Uh, Mark Sanchez, parking lot cop, says, "Hey, you can't park there." He's like, "Dude, fuck off and keep doing your wind sprints. I'm getting this grease." So Mark Sanchez says no. Runs on up in his vehicle. For what reason I don't know. I, that just doesn't make sense. Gets pepper sprayed, asks if you're going to stab me, and well, yeah, stabbed multiple times. It's and in the course of that, beats the living hell out of this old man. I mean, within an inch of his life. So the only thing I can picture is this dude's just stabbing Sanchez, and as Sanchez gets stabbed, he's just clubbing blows, just pow, pow, and damn near killed that old man. And then they've got video of him just trudging down the sidewalk, stabbed up, going back to the bar. Meanwhile, you got this old man damn near pretty much bleeding out, laid out by an ex-Jet player. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that playing for the Jets, uh, how adverse the effects are? You know, we should probably check on those players. Let's. We should probably check on those players. Check on Justin Fields as well. He, yeah, yeah. Just check on those guys. Something about that Jets organization. People just do uh, things that just don't make sense. Kind of like the organization. It's I guess it's a hive mind. They just mess stuff up. Now this Sanchez guy beat the Patriots twice. Went to AFC Championship games. Had a great trajectory, and then he has a butt fumble. things just kind of go downhill from there. He resurrects it. He's, doing riding in cars with Justin Herbert. He's got a nice gig on Fox. He's respected, USC alum. Hey, the world in his hands. And then this, and then this. Things like this have to be studied and looked at. These can't be just one-offs. Like this doesn't just happen. Okay? Like, I've had my fair share of cocktails. Don't get me wrong. The show is called Red Solo for a reason. I've had my fair share. And outside of the, ill-advised Oklahoma drills with your boys, uh, nobody's out there doing wind sprints. Okay? We might toss the ball around, a little drunk two-hand touch, a little tipsy two-hand touch. Hey, it don't hurt nobody. But you're doing wind sprints in an alley? Yeah. Sounds to me like there's a little booger sugar involved with that. Like that he was hyped up plus tax. And to just do that and not feel anything, mm-mm. that's that's more than a couple of cocktails. This is just my synopsis of the whole thing. Looking at it, mm, mm, that's more than a double in your cocktail. Okay, they didn't give you an extra count in your martini. Okay, mm-mm. that that's some extracurricular activities going on there. And now he might be facing not just jail, maybe prison time. Prison, dude. You know that's a felony. Now I know he's got some connections, so he'll get something. I don't know if he'll go behind bars. And Fox has been oddly quiet about this. Oddly quiet. Which is weird. Which is weird. But I like the consistency that they're using because I know when Shannon Sharp was, you know, strangling Instagram models because that's what they wanted, allegedly, or choking chicks out, allegedly. I know that chick was in some weird stuff too, so but anyway, they got voice recordings of him and they've got video of Sanchez, but they've been pretty fair with this and just saying, hey, look, let's see all the facts before something happens. Because they got Shannon's ass out of there. And I know Sanchez sees the writing on the walls. I mean, how could you not? He, that's not smart. It's not smart. So the the old man is, let me see what is he doing. Oh, suing him for everything he has. Yeah. Dude is not only suing Fox but Mark Sanchez. Dude said, I'm not grabbing grease from anywhere ever again, and my kids are going to be taken care of. This dude is coming for everything. uh I'll put the picture at the end. uh I'll put it in a poll if they let me put it up. YouTube might not let me put it up, but I can't make it as a thumbnail on this either. But something about violence, they'll. Mm-mm. But yeah, so Sanchez, not smart, buddy. Real dumb, real dumb. Like, at least Shannon got messed up with hoes. We can understand that. I can understand that. Hey, got a lot of money. This little 24-year-old, 25-year-old. Hey, Shannon wants to get his DiCaprio on. We get it. Okay? We understand. You beating up 69-year-old old dudes? What? You you beating up people with AARP cards? Really? We can't. We cannot be out here doing things like that. Okay? Look, there's there's a level here. Okay? Like some things, yeah, hey, it's wrong, you shouldn't do it, but we understand. Like I said, hey, Shannon, hey, you probably should have done that, Shannon, but she's an adult, and hey, I understand. You wanted some tail. Hey, that is what it is. Everybody wants to get clapped. All right. No harm, no foul. You your club shades and your nightcap is doing well. Hey, you paid her off. Hey, look, you'll make it back. Minor setback. Just get better NDAs or something. But Sanchez? That's stuff that, we don't understand. It doesn't make sense. That's the problem. It just doesn't make sense. It's That's in the realm of the Coldplay guy. You know, but if he got caught at that concert with some 24-year-old blonde chick with big titties, we'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, we see what's going on here. Okay, we get it. Is it right? No, but we get it. We understand. Hey, your wife gave you a bunch of kids. Hey, that cooter probably, it's a bit looser, not as wound up as it was because she shot out kids through. Or maybe she had C-sections. I don't know. It's still not the same anymore. We get it. But Coldplay was there with Tales of the Crypt. This old broad, I mean, Coldplay cheated adjacent. Okay? That's called lateral cheating. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. From the man community, we do not, we do not condone that. No lateral cheating. Don't cheat with a chick that's essentially your wife. Actually, not even as good looking at you as your wife. I saw his wife. She's not bad. She's not bad. But he's at Coldplay with a chick that looks like a prune, got her life sucked out of her. Oh, well, that might be what she's doing to him. So I digress on that. But yeah, lateral cheating, the man community, we don't condone. Don't cheat sideways, okay? Just go home to your girl if you go cheat with a girl that is just like a girl. All right? Or if you're gonna cheat laterally, don't take the bitch to a Coldplay concert. How about that? What happened to the good old days where if you had a little side chick on the side, you kept her private? Nobody saw her. You didn't go out to eat with her. You don't do anything with her. You come over, you put in that business, and then you leave. All right? That's how that goes. If you really love your woman, then you just give that chick the nut, and everything else is to your girl. Coldplay concerts and stuff like that's your woman. Okay? Lavish dinners, that's your woman. Okay? The only thing the little side chick gets is DICK. That's it. That's it. Anything past that, hey, you messing up. Okay? What you doing watching TV shows you don't want to watch? That's for your girl. Okay? Look, I get it. Sometimes you got your apple at home, but you want an orange. You want some peaches every now and then. Some pineapples. I mean, you can eat apples 5 days out of the week, but hey, So a pineapple here and there. A couple of grapes. It's all good because your main focus is the apple. That's your main course. Okay, but what's the main course without a couple of sides? Understandable, but you don't put up the mashed potatoes and the mac and cheese and give it the steak treatment. That's what Coldplay did. He gave mac and cheese the steak treatment at a Coldplay concert, and we can't stand behind that. Just like we can't stand behind what Mark Sanchez did to that old man. You're doing too much, my guy. You're just doing too much, and it's that messes up your legacy. I mean, we were starting to kind of forget the butt fumble. You know, it's like, oh well, yeah, it's the NFL. Yeah, butt fumble, whatever. He's been on TV for almost a decade. He's got good takes. He's not too far over here or too far over there. He's, beige, and it works. Okay, it works for him. And I mean, he's got that USC backing. Like I said, it's cozy. So, so now I'm starting to think, this kind of stuff doesn't just happen. Like, the people that drink and get violent. I mean, we all know them. We all know. The funny drunks. The violent ones. The ones that fall asleep. The ones that, you know, turn into horn dogs. I mean, there's all kinds of categories, but the violent ones, those. Those. And those just don't pop up, especially unprovoked. All right. This dude's getting greased and you just start accosting him. Yeah. There's some latent issues going on there. Hey, I don't know his family history, but I know he's got a wife and kids. And now this is all in the news. And yeah, it's kind of been, I wouldn't say swept under the rug because, they're still doing their investigation and everything else. But I mean, this is a pretty big story. This isn't just some off the wall. Oh, dang. Did you hear about Mark Sanchez? No, this is some, whoa, did you hear about Mark Sanchez? Yeah, that is nuts. That's wild. I I would say I wish him the best, but I really don't. I hope that, he learns, but there's certain things you can't do. You just can't. And I really hope he learns from this. But when you do things like that, consequences must be levied. They have to be. And that's my thing. It's like, all right, look, people make mistakes. That mistake, some mistakes, hey, they're so egregious, you still have to be punished. All right, like that just is what it is. You got plenty of people out there with, DUIs. They made a mistake, but guess what? You have to go to jail for that. You know, there's people that make mistakes and maybe smoke a J in a car and they smell it. You know, it's a mistake. But you have to go to jail for that. In some cases, not anymore. Back in the day. So, yeah, nobody's above making mistakes. I mean, just like his butt fumble. I mean, that's a mistake. Now, the butt fumble, that's a mistake. Okay? That's a mistake. Beating a 69-year-old man within an inch of his life? Yeah, you're making a mistake. A pretty big word there. Okay? That's, whoo! You're stretching that mistake word out a little bit and having people think you might have a problem, sir. So, I hope you get whatever you have fixed, and because I don't wish the downfall upon anyone, but I do not like violence upon anyone unless it's between that rectangle and those grass on Sundays, Saturdays, Thursdays, Mondays, and maximum on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. You know, I think Conference USA plays on Wednesdays too. Heads up, Sam Houston. You will win a game. Heads up. All right, now we got another episode coming soon, but I just want to address the Sanchez situation. This is Red Solo Sports. Pour it up and buckle up, boys. We're out.